Morning everyone! Oh, my fly's just popped open! Oh my goodness, have I been eating too much this Christmas? Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about my new gravel bike again. What I want to know from you guys today is, what do you think about suspension on gravel bikes? Last year I was racing on the Specialized Diverge and it's got the Future Shock, which is it's a little bit of suspension at the stem, and I felt that that gave me quite an advantage in some of the gravel races. Fast forward to 2020 and I'm riding a Marin. Obviously that doesn't have the Future Shock because that's Specialized's very own thing, and I was wondering, should I put some suspension on my Marin bike? I've always thought that if you're riding stuff where you need a dropper post, you probably shouldn't be riding a gravel bike. And there are people who think that if you're putting suspension on a gravel bike, just ride a cross-country mountain bike. And I get what you're saying, but next year, some of the races that I'm going to be doing are 8 hours long, and I don't want to do that on a cross-country bike because, to me, the position just isn't as comfortable, and I can't go as fast, and I want to ride my gravel bike. So I'm going to try a few things out over the next few months, and I would love it if you guys would send me any suggestions of stuff that you think that I should try or avoid. And the first thing that I'm going to try is this. So this is a suspension seat post. It's made by Cirrus cycles. It's called the Kinekt. It's carbon, and it flexes and it absorbs shock when you're riding. So I'm going to put this on my gravel bike and I'm going to go, well in fact I'm not, I'm going to go for a lap of the local forest park trails with my bike as it is without this seat post. Then I'm going to switch, I'm going to put this on and I'm going to go for another lap. I'm going to let you know what it's like, and then we will discuss more what I should do for my gravel bike for next season. Let's go. Right, it's now several weeks later. I think I got that seat post and filmed that original bit before Christmas. But anyway, I finally managed to come up to Halden, to the forest park, where I'm going to try it out. My daughter is going to go on the Shaun the Sheep trail. I'm going to ride the same trail twice, once with a rigid seat post, once with a Cirrus, and then see what it feels like. I recently put some nice new bar tape on and switched the saddle out, so I'm going to have to switch that saddle to the new seat post so that I can compare them properly, but I think it should be fun. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do something really daft. I somehow managed to bring 2 right-hand gloves. And one's green and one's black. How did I not even notice they're different colours? I mean, oh my god.
Take what gloves?
If I wear one glove inside out, would it work as for the opposite hand?
Yeah,
no. Right, time for this. One thing I would say about it is it needs to be really, really good because this weighs ½ kilo. So it really needs to earn its place on my bike at that weight. It's quite a lot. My other slight reservation is whether I need suspension at the rear or whether it would be better to have a bit of suspension at the front end, because on all the really lumpy bumpy gravel bits I would tend to not be sitting down, so it's going to be my hands, shoulders and front end where I need a bit of extra cushioning, potentially. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just going to put it on, I'm going to try it out. I have got a few other things in the pipeline that I want to try out, if it turns out not to be the right thing for me. I mean, or maybe I just don't even need any suspension on my gravel bike. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop gassing because Dave and my daughter are waiting for me very patiently in the cafe. They've done their riding. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to go for a quick loop. I'll let you know what it's like probably when I get home, because I think they probably want to just go home. Well, it's on. Seems to work. Looks, I don't know. Looks like that. What do you think? Let's see what it feels like. I've not even sat on it yet. what to say about it. It's super weird. I think I like it, but there's other things that I find hard to get on with, like, sorry, I'm just trying to breathe. Okay, it feels super plush when you're sitting down, and like the back end feels plush, but then the front end doesn't. So that's kind of weird. There's like this disconnect between the front end and the back end almost. I wonder what it would be like to have a similar thing but on the stem, for instance. I think I like it, but it's weird. Anyway, I've got to change gear, hold on. I think honestly, riding up a hill is not the time to review it. I'm going to carry on riding, gather my thoughts, and I'll give you my first impressions when I get home. See you in a bit. So I'm back, I am showered and fresh, and I thought I'd tell you a bit more about the seat post as promised. I guess you guys probably want to see how it actually compresses, so I have an assistant here who's going to help me. Dave, would you mind? That's how it compresses. I am not going to do a full review because obviously I didn't really get to ride it for long enough. This is just a quick look, a kind of look at, do I even want to ride this anymore? Do I even want to test it out? And the answer is yes, I'm super intrigued by it. So now I'm back, I have actually had a look at the video guides of how to set it up and dial it in and all those sort of things. And you might think it's weird that I've looked at that after I've ridden it for the first time. But when I get new products, I like to just try them blind and see, is it intuitive? What do I think of it without being influenced by anyone else at all? Now I'm back, I've seen the setup video, I know that I do need to pay a bit more attention to how I set this thing up. Because when I was riding, I felt the saddle kind of lifting me sometimes, which was an odd feeling, and I wasn't sure if it was supposed to. It isn't supposed to. What I need to do is actually adjust the, what's it called?
Preload.
The preload. Thank you, Dave. Adjust the preload here using this knob, and basically I'll sit on it. I'm going to get Dave to help me because it's a bit hard to fiddle about with it when you're on it yourself. I'm going to sit on it and dial it in so that I don't have that kind of lift and bounce when I'm sat on it. So what you do is you screw it all the way in so there's no lift and bounce, and then you ride it and you turn it back the other way until you get the right kind of feel for the sort of riding that you're doing. The other thing I didn't even mention, did I mention? I can't remember because I made the intro to this video so long ago. The other thing I didn't mention, I think, is that you get different seat posts for different riders' weights, and you get different springs. So I was shipped one for my weight, 56 kilos, and they also shipped a couple of extra coils so I can change things around and make it stiffer or a lighter spring. The big issue for me is, of course, that it weighs extra. It weighs more than a standard seat post. Kinekt have put on their blurb that it weighs an extra 250 grams compared to another seat post. Well, compared to what seat post?
Yeah, it depends on the seat post.
It depends on the seat post. You can't possibly say that. All I know is it weighs half a kilo, and you know that's quite a lot of extra weight to haul up a hill if you're not very good at climbing, like me. Having said that, I think that comfort is absolutely paramount on really long rides, and you know it's the difference between you finishing potentially and giving up. I think, you know, severe discomfort can be a real battle on gravel rides. So I think, yeah, honestly, I don't know. That's why I want to ride it longer. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think it's worth me having this on? Should I play around with it a bit more? Dave's nodding his head. He thinks I should have it on. So that's one vote for yes. I don't know, I'm going to keep trying it. I've also got some other stuff to try out, but let me know what you think. And other than that, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm guessing if you've got to this point in it, then you probably have found it interesting. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys later. Bye.